Today, let's talk about the weather in Shanghai. In short, winters are freezing, summers are boiling, spring and autumn are lovely, but way too short. And in between, we've got rainy season, typhoon season, and even foggy season. If you are planning a trip to Shanghai, you need to know what kind of weather to expect in different months. So here is a month-by-month breakdown. January marks the cold winter season, which begins in early December. The temperature drops below 10 degrees and usually stays between 5 to 7 degrees during the day. Some days may warm up to 8 to 10 degrees, but most of the time, the lowest temperatures hover around freezing. Winter nights can be unbearable. The damp ground often freezes, so you need to be cautious when walking. It can feel relatively warm under the afternoon sun, but if it's windy, the cold can still be bone-chilling. That's why people say Shanghai's cold is wet cold, which often feels even colder than the minus 10-degree dry cold in the north. During winter, Shanghai frequently experiences fog and smoke. With very little rain, the air quality tends to be poor. I really recommend wearing a mask outside, not just for warmth, but to protect your lungs. Additionally, flights and shipping can be disrupted, and highways may be closed when visibility drops too low. This kind of weather usually lasts until early March, when average temperatures slowly rise above 10 degrees. Historical data over the past 10 years shows this pattern is quite consistent. If you are coming for the Chinese New Year experiences, you will have to endure the cold. Otherwise, I suggest avoiding winter altogether. From March to early April, Shanghai begins to shake off the winter chill. Temperatures range between 10 degrees and 15 degrees. People usually take off their heavy down jackets, so a trench coat is still a good choice, especially for the cooler evenings. This is the season when plants begin to bloom again, and visiting parks to see flowers and greenery is a common cultural tradition. When a spring rain arrives, the whole environment becomes fresh and moist. Sometimes, due to global warming, there are surprises, like in this year's March, when the temperature suddenly jumped to 30 degrees on a few days, making it feel like we skipped spring and went straight to summer. From middle April to middle June is arguably the most comfortable period in Shanghai, with average temperatures around 20 degrees, perfect for visiting. Technically, Shanghai enters summer in May, so it's time to prepare for t-shirts and sunglasses. But it's not truly hot yet, thanks to a peculiar June in between. June marks the beginning of the plum rain season. The air becomes extremely humid, and you will need to take care to prevent mold on your clothes. An umbrella is essential, as it can rain for 20 days straight. During this time, you will feel both the humidity of summer and the occasional coolness from rain. The low air pressure can be suffocating, so we usually turn on the air conditioner just to keep things dry indoors. One tip for June: bring extra sets of underwears to change into. The rain usually ends in early July, and that's when the real heat begins. Temperatures quickly rise to around 30 degrees and stay there through August, even into early September. This means daytime temperatures are consistently above 35 degrees. In direct sunlight, it can easily reach 38 degrees or more, and there have been record highs over 40 degrees. Be very careful with metal objects outside. They can actually burn you, and getting into a car that's been parked in the sun feels like an oven. The intense contrast with winter is striking. Thanks to the urban heat island effect, Air conditioning is crucial in Shanghai summers. Without it, even nights are too hot to sleep. However, the air quality tends to be excellent during this season. The one major concern is typhoons, which sweep across the Asia-Pacific from the Pacific Ocean and often affect Shanghai. Typhoon warnings come almost every 2 weeks, disrupting transport, meaning smooth logistics are nearly impossible for about 2 months. Also, keep in mind that July and August are school holidays in China, which means peak travel season. Airfares and hotel prices go up, and you will encounter summer crowds everywhere. That's another reason I don't recommend visiting Shanghai during this time, not just because of the heat. From mid-September, temperatures start to cool down to around 25 degrees, marking the true arrival of autumn. Until early November, the weather remains very pleasant, with little wind or rain, making it another ideal time to visit. If you saw my earlier video, you will know autumn is the best time to stroll around Huaihai Road, soaking up a central of east meets west charm. From mid-November, the average temperature starts to drop from 15 degrees and continues falling. While the numbers may be similar to early spring, the chill feels more intense. Nights can suddenly get cold, so if you are out late, warm clothing is a must. By December, winter officially returns. So overall, Shanghai's winters and summers are not only extreme, but also long. If you want to avoid the rainy season, there are fewer than 4 months in the year that are truly ideal for travel. Locals often joke Shanghai has only 2 seasons, winter and summer, spring and autumn, gone in a blink. That's why we rarely buy seasonal clothes. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also leave a comment and tell me which season would you prefer to experience in Shanghai.